The 2024 NFL Draft is where dreams are being made for many young men. No different here as we've got Donovan Jennings, who is making that big leap. Brother, what's going on?
Man, nothing, man. Thank you for having me on here today. I'm blessed, man.
Of course, of course. You I find it interesting. Um, you at USF making that transition from offensive line to guard. Is that difficult?
You know, when it comes to certain positions, it's always about keeping an open mindset. And I would say it was difficult at first, just when I first started, but now it's like second nature. Now it's like, I've been playing that position my whole life. So, I was working hard at it, working hard at making the little changes I need from going to tackle to guard. But yeah, man, it's easy, it's going great, and I think I'm gonna be an elite NFL guard.
If you're looking at music, and your favorite rapper had to make a transition from one style of flow to another, what would the transition from offensive line to guard be comparable to in that instance?
Okay, I like that question. It would be like, okay, so say, I listen to a lot of Future. So, Future, he's on a smooth. So say he's just smooth. He's rapping, and then he going to guard. It's like battle rapping. It's like he got to get something off. He got to get something off his chest. He got to get it off quick. He got to get it off quick. So, at guard, things happening quick. Things happening quick. So you just know at tackle, you got a little more time. You can be a little more calm. You can sensational. You chill. But guard, it's coming. It's actually fast.
Okay, as long as it's not any of that J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, apologize later, then I think we're all right.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Tell me something. Your process for the draft. I'm sure you've picked up a lot of frequent flyer miles. What has your process been like?
Yeah, basically my process has been, just try to lock in, for this whole process, up until the draft. Right as soon as the season ended, my last collegiate season, I got right busy to training. I went down in Miami and started training down at Bomberitos. It was a great experience. I met wonderful people. Got to build on myself, build on my, myself as an athlete, and as well as me personally. And yeah, just been grinding, working ever since. I was blessed to go to the East West Shrine Bowl, go there and ball out and do what I had to do, and yeah, just really waiting. I was blessed enough to be able to get a top 30 for the Vikings, so I was just got back from that. So yeah, man, this process has just been great. It's been eye opening. It's been surreal, and it's been a whole process, and I'm enjoying every little step of the way.
Tell me more about the Vikings and that whole interaction with them.
Yeah, it was good. I had a little top 30 with them. Met the whole staff, met them, I met everybody. It was really nice. Everyone was really welcoming. The facilities were top notch. And yeah, it was very nice. I was very humbled to be able to experience that.
Did you check out that dome? That dome that opens and closes?
Uh huh. The dome? Nah, 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 nah.
Okay, man, that's crazy. I went to go visit it a couple of seasons ago for the first time, and I was just amazed at how cold it was, but how they
Yeah,
really. But at the same time, you close a ceiling, and it's like heated. It's like it's the antithesis of going to a traditional football game in the cold.
exactly. Literally, that's it.
If you go there, I guess you'll understand. I guess the heating factor being a Florida guy.
Yeah, that heat down in Florida. We're warm all year round, baby. So Minnesota, just a little adjustment, but nothing. I can't handle.
I'm curious about that because warmer climates for you growing up. I'm imagining that once you played college football, you were in all different types of climates. Was that an adjustment for you when you played college ball?
Yeah, it was a little adjustment. First time I was on a plane was actually my freshman year of college as well, and we played Cincinnati at Cincinnati, and
Mhm.
later on in the year, and it was about 20, 30 degrees with a wind chill, so that was like my first taste of a really a cold game, and yeah, man, I think ever since then, I just been able to take that what I learned from that game and just apply it to my season and just offensive lineman, it's a mindset. We like to say it's a mindset thing. We don't, if we say we're not cold, we're not cold. So just like to keep that thing going.
Are you one of those? Are you one of those football players where you try to tough it out and you'll not wear like long johns or type of compression, or do you in those cold weather situations do you dress for the occasion?
Yeah, I mean, usually I go no sleeves, just because that's the way I play usually anyway. So I don't like to switch things up, just because of cold or hot, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm a just grind it out, grind through the cold, and just get warm after the game, put a blanket on after the win.
You're crazy. Who were some of the offensive linemen or guards that you started paying attention to when you were watching football?
Yeah, I would definitely have to say it would be Tyler Smith. He was a tackle from Tulsa, and he got drafted, and he was a tackle all of his career as well. And then he played left guard for the Cowboys. And yeah, I just watched him and watch what he does and watch, how because we're coming from the same conference, similar bodies, similar builds, and I watch him excel at the next level doing it, and I'm just thinking like, that can be me, and I know that can be me. So yeah, I watch a lot of his film and try to pick apart what he does and how he made the transition from tackle to guard in the NFL.
Was there a particular team, game, or family member that kind of got you liking football? What was that moment?
Yeah, so up in originally, I was a big basketball guy. Played basketball since the age of 5. So I played all the way up until high school. I got to my junior year of high school, and they saw me move on the court. They were like, "Man, you got to get on this field, man. You're too big to be moving like that." So my football coach kept begging me to come out. So I came out and I fell in love, and yeah, it's been history ever since. So it was a really coach that helped me. Yeah, for sure.
A hooper that became a footballer. What if you see that in basketball where there's certain soccer guys like that end up playing basketball, like Joel Embiid of the 76ers, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon. How did the game of basketball make you adaptable on the football field?
Yeah, I think it really helped me. I used to think I didn't play football from a young age, so it was kind of a disadvantage. But I think in the long run, it was actually an advantage because, basketball taught me how to be light on my feet. It taught me how to be very athletic ability. I can dunk, so I can, I have that athletic ability. It taught me how to, just be light on my feet. And, when I came into football, that was something that really helped me because it set me apart. It set me apart from the other guys and the other offensive linemen because my feet and my athleticism was just that much different. And it was just that much, in a sense, better at the time. And yeah, I was just, I think basketball helped me tremendously to where I'm at right now. And I think everything happens for a reason.
What basketball player in your mind could seamlessly play football, and what football player do you think could seamlessly play basketball?
So I think Russell Westbrook could be a football player. Like he'd be a very explosive, go up and get a receiver or, just, someone just tenacious and nasty, safety comes down and hit somebody. And I think a football player that could play basketball, I think, who can I say on this? Well, I'm going to go with maybe, like Odell, maybe, just, I'm not too sure. I think Odell, I think he can handle the hoop.
I like that. I like that because Odell is athletic.
Yeah, he can get around, move around.
Last basketball question. So you've seen videos of Shaq like pre All-Star game or actually in an All-Star game with handles and trying to take guards off the dribble. You didn't really see that a ton during actual NBA games, when it counted. Big men want to be guards want to be tall. But the offensive lineman got to get love too. Were you a handles guy? Were you strict in the post? What
Hey man,
were you?
I was like a Zach Randolph down low, but like a Kevin Love at the three. So you know
Okay.
what I mean? Like I got the post work. I got the it's in the bag. It's easy. I'm turn around fade. Pump fake, up and under. But I'm bringing you out there too. I'm not gonna dribble it too much, but I'm definitely gonna catch it at the free throw line, take a step back, pop that three, or from chilling at the 3 point line, I'm popping that three as well. But yeah, man, I was a hooper, man. I'm a shooting that thing, and I'm a dribbler too.
Are
I'm
we
telling
talking
you.
Minnesota Kevin Love or Cleveland Kevin Love?
Minnesota Kevin Love. That's what we talking about.
There you go. There you
We
go.
talking about Minnesota Kevin Love.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Going through your draft process, what are some of the craziest questions that people asked you in interviews?
It was just I think nothing was too crazy, nothing too outlandish. I think it just some of the self-reflection questions that they may ask you is it may be difficult for you to respond because you've never been asked what other people may think of you or what do you think of yourself, and just I would say probably the self-reflecting questions like that, just making sure that you know who you are essentially.
I like that. I like that. What's the best piece of advice that your family has given you during this whole draft process?
Man, just trust the process. Keep your head down, keep grinding. I never get too high or too low. It's always about staying in the moment. Never worrying about outside obstacles, whatever that may be. Always worry about the task at hand. They've been telling me and telling me knowledge my whole life, and especially through the draft process. I'm so grateful to be able to have a helping and supportive family that helps me throughout this process. And I just, I'm so grateful, like I said, for every opportunity and every blessing that's coming my way. And I would just love, the opportunity to play in the NFL. So I think this whole draft process is going to give me that shot.
So, as I was preparing for this interview, USF, if I'm not mistaken, like many other college students that were, I guess you can say, products of COVID, you did 6 years, correct?
Yes, sir. I did 6 years. Yep.
That's different. How did
Yeah.
you better yourself in those 2 extra years?
Yeah. So, my fourth year, my true senior year, I came in, I didn't redshirt. So my true senior year was COVID. Definitely wanted to come back for another year because our season got cut short. Everything was getting cut short. So I came back for my fifth year. It was great. I felt like it was an opportunity for me to get better, to establish, my athleticism again, and just keep working on my craft and keep working to perfect it. And came back my fifth year. Was having, the season of my life. Was balling, playing against Florida, playing very well. And then against Louisville, I fractured my fibula and had a tightrope procedure done on the fourth game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it really stopped my season and put it at a halt, and made me really open my eyes and think about what would happen if football got taken away from me. And I thought it was the whole season, so I was able to use my redshirt year to come back for a sixth year. And that whole season, I just was able to take a step back from football and work on other aspects of my life and improve, other aspects of my life, like mentally and, physically as well. And, came back for my sixth year after my injury. And, I played, I think I played very well coming back from it. And, I was just blessed to be back from an injury and back to be what I know I can be.
I like that. What will you miss most about your time on the campus at USF?
Man, what I miss most is just the brothers. My brothers who I went to war with, my brothers who I grinded and sweat and blood, sweat, and tears every day. I think that's something that most people say when they leave college sports is that they're going to miss the locker room the most. And, it's just something you can never truly understand until you get out of it and until you know what it feels like. Because when you're in it, you're just so in it, you're so locked in, you don't think about it. And when you're out of it, you get a moment to step back and think like, wow, I just went to war with my guys, and we fought and we ate together every day. We grinded through the hard, we grinded through the tough. So I think definitely just the locker room.
Growing up, were you a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan?
Yeah, I'm a big Tampa Bay guy. Big Tampa Bay 813. You know, it's the day I die.
Tom Brady, as a member of the Buccaneers, winning a Super Bowl, do you look at that moment as Michael Jordan on the Bulls versus Michael Jordan on the Wizards?
Hmm. As in Tom Brady was like the Wizards more in the last one, or
Except with a championship.
right, right. That's a good question. I would shoot. Yeah, yeah. That's a good. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so definitely. He was like the Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
What were your earliest recollections of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers prior to Tom Brady?
Um, One thing I always remember was just obviously Michael Evans always being there, being a consistent guy. One of my favorite players was Ward Dunn. He did a lot of he does a lot of effective stuff for the community, and he does a lot of he helps a lot of single moms, and he builds houses for them. So that was just some of my earliest memories of like the Bucks and like some of the Bucks players and what they did and what they do.
As a lineman, I'm curious. Protection of quarterbacks in today's game is difficult because you have so many hybrid quarterbacks. How does someone on a line who has a pocket presence at quarterback differ than a lineman that has like kind of a guy that moves in and out the pocket? How do you prepare
Right.
for that?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of it is also the quarterback depth. A lot of teams, may have like a 10-yard drop back at 7.5, 12. So the quarterback depth is a big component in how you're setting a defensive lineman. Because if the quarterback is at 7.5 yards, you know that you have to get on quick, and any type of bull rush or anything, you'll be in that quarterback out pretty quick. The quarterback is more 10 yards or deeper, then you can vertical set stuff, and you have a little bit more time to make stuff work. So I think, yeah, if you have a pocket passing quarterback, mostly it really doesn't change my job. And no matter who's back there, I'm going to block the same way, block the same protection, block the same way. But definitely a little more aware that your quarterback is more of a pocket passer, more of a likes to stand in there and throw it. He might take some hits, so it's just definitely you're always on your toes, always on your P's and Q's, playing offensive line especially. But and having a mobile quarterback, comes in handy sometimes. He saves you out of some bad situations, and but also this pocket passer does as well. So it's good and bad to every situation, but I think having both type of quarterbacks and just knowing the quarterback depth is the biggest thing.
I find that a lot of just observation, like a lot of wide receivers, corner safeties, they all look at each other, at their position and marvel at different things. In your career so far, are there certain linemen and vice versa? Like this, are there similar conversations that are had on the offensive side versus the defensive side at those positions?
As far as offensive line and defensive line, or
Yeah, like looking at each other and how your coverage moves. Is there a parity between the way that wide receivers and safeties or corners, look
right,
at people like from afar and kind of
right,
take something from their game or even
right.
praise them in the same way? Do you find that camaraderie is similar with offensive line and defensive line?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, I would say, because we go to war with the defensive line, we go to war with them. We're making each other better, we're pushing each other. But it's also like, you wanna help each other out too, and give each other tips and pointers. And I think the two mesh together very well. And I think, playing in the trenches is just a great thing. Not a lot of people play in the trenches, so it's just the trenches teaches you some stuff you'll never learn if you're out there being a prima donna. So the trenches are gonna keep teach you.
Is there such a thing as an offensive lineman being a diva?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. Just from the occupation that we do,
Yeah.
it's just kind of unrealistic. I mean, they could be a little diva, I guess, off the field, whatever, but when push comes to shove, they're gonna get on that grass and do the thing. So
That's it. That's it. Well, brother, before we get up out of here, your name is called at the draft. Who's the first person you call? What's the first meal you have? And where do you go to celebrate?
I think the first person I call, I'll probably be with my family and my mom already, so they'll know. But I'll probably call my good friend Andrew. Me and him been brothers since we were young, middle school. He's in the Navy right now, so he's in California. So I'll probably give him a call. He'll be so excited to hear that. One of the first meals I'm eating, man, I might just have my mom or dad cook it up, buy some food, and have them whip it up with some ribs, good mac and cheese, some cornbread, some everything. I'm trying to have everything in the rice, man, everything, collard greens, all that. I'm trying to have everything out. And one of the first things that I would do,
Yeah, or place. One of the first things you do, or one of the first places you go to celebrate.
I think one of the first things I'll do is just take my whole family out to eat a nice dinner somewhere. That's one of the first things I'll probably do, and just enjoy the time and enjoy the start of this long and great rookie season.
I like it. You answered all my questions, and I learned a lot more about the guard and the offensive line position. Thank you for that, brother.
Okay, man, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Good luck with everything, and stay shining.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Amen.